All right, guys, welcome back to Remotely Wasted. And this is what we call favorite team talk. This is where we talk about my favorite team, Oklahoma Sooners, Jaden's favorite team, Florida State Seminoles. This used to be a segment on our main show, but we decided to make it its own episode. So we're trying to hit the niche audience of Sooners and Noles fans. We're gonna start off this week talking about OU because OU has the game of the week, college game days there playing Michigan. Michigan's coming off of, I believe, a 34-17 victory over New Mexico. Oklahoma's 35-3 against Illinois. Um,
What?
I am kind of okay. So OU's a slight favorite right now. It looks like a 53%
Was it
chance. I hadn't even looked, honestly. I didn't even look to see who was favored going into this
five and a
game.
half points? I was
That's a
trying to
fair
look at their
spread.
game from yeah, okay, yeah, it was 34-17.
That's what I thought. They ran the ball really well. I don't know what the quarterback did. 250 is not bad for a freshman. His first game.
No.
Um, So yeah, to touch on OU against Illinois State, I went to the game. It was a weird start because we went three and out first possession,
Crowd
punted
was probably
it.
pissed. Oof.
Um,
TCU scored again. This game's over.
yeah, yeah, it looks like
North
North.
Carolina's getting taken to the woodshed. But Bill
That's not
Belichick's
what I
gonna be
wanted.
fucking pissed.
That is not what I wanted to see from Belichick, but he knows how to get a team better as the year goes.
It's the first game, first year, first
Yeah,
time in
and
college, so
70 new players. I'm just curious to see if he stays in college. But yeah, going back to this OU game, three and out first drive, not looking like yeah, I don't know, like the crowd was just like a little antsy. You could tell after
after
like
last year, yep.
last year being like the 120th offense, and then we get the ball back, we throw it to our tight end who was our linebacker last year, Jaron Kanik, and he gets like a 40-yard game, but he fumbles it, and then we turn the ball over like again. So now we're
I'd
two
be
drives
pissed.
in, and like at this point, like I'm getting kind of nervous because I'm like it's like there's like 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. We haven't scored yet. Doesn't look like we're gonna
Against this
score.
team.
Then we finally get the ball back. John Mateer gets down the field. I think rushes for one, and then we kind of settle in after that. We gave up a few big runs on defense, but John Mateer broke Baker's debut record, 392 yards. Receivers looked really good. We had healthy receivers. That was crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
We only
Wild,
have like
wild
two good
concept.
receivers. Three. I think we had three good receivers, but compared to
That's
the zero
like
we had
zero
last
last
year,
year.
it's like day and
Wild
night.
concept, yeah.
We had a really good freshman running back who looked like he was going to be good, but got hurt really
Mm,
early. And he's not supposed to come back against Michigan, so that kind of hurts.
that
Jaden
sucks.
Ott, who was the number one running back transfer, only played one snap. I think we're just trying to avoid injury on him. I think he was
What
dealing
the
with a
fuck is my nose
little
is so
something.
itchy.
Yeah,
It's a
he was
little
dealing with just a little
Peruvian booger
something.
sugar. I'm
Hey,
playing.
that might be
I'm,
what you
I'm
got.
playing. I'm playing. Uh,
I wish I had
banned
some.
already. Banned.
That'll
Uh,
that'll be another episode. I go talk about that.
be on the
um,
alternate channel.
yeah, this was yeah, I don't know. It was like there's not a lot to say about this game really because we just did what we were supposed to do. I just felt like there was just like a little left to be desired after
Yeah.
watching this game, and maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that gives Venables enough to like look at and say, "Hey, we need to improve
I mean,
on
I, I
this."
I really thought this was gonna be just a massacre, like in the 50s, but I will say they probably didn't want to open the playbook too much for Michigan next week. I mean, you gotta try to keep it as basic as possible against a team like this. Also, you got a lot of new players, just getting them in rhythm together. So, I mean, the fact that he still threw for 392, I'd be fucking ecstatic about that. And
Yeah, I mean, compared to like the
that's
100 yards we were averaging last year, I'm through the roof at just seeing some offense. You know,
yeah,
any offense is better than none. I was saying the same thing after we left the game. I was talking to my friend Silas, and I was like, "Hey, maybe we just didn't want to open up the playbook." Then I was like, "That might just be cope, though. Like, I might
nah,
just be cope. That might be
I don't
cope."
think it is, especially with a game like that following week, like, and it's game one against a team you know you're gonna beat. Like, you don't even need to do that much. Just keep it basic. Don't show anything crazy. no trick plays, keep the defense as basic as possible so they have no film. And then next week roll it out, you know.
Yeah. Defense, the pass defense was the highlight of the team. Only yeah, I think it was 24 yards. I don't know what happened. Yeah, 22 yards. 22
That's
yards from
fucking
the quarterback.
terrible. That's terrible. That's
So, I mean, we got a freshman quarterback coming in. If we could really confuse him, we might be able to hold him to, like 110, 120 yard game.
and keep him from
And
running it. So I think
yeah,
he
if we
is
could contain
mobile.
him, I think he is
But
pretty mobile. Yeah, we could kind of look at that game. There's going to be a lot more to say about this game, even though it hasn't happened yet in that Illinois State game. Underwood, he was what, $16 million man, I think is what they
a
paid him
lot,
to
yeah.
come to Michigan.
Something like that. It's
Stole him
stupid
from
amount.
LSU. 250 is pretty good for your first game. Granted, it is New Mexico. It's not an amazing team, but what I'm really concerned about with Michigan is that just
Running
three,
back.
three, three touchdowns from that running back. He scares me.
I mean, they're a running team predominantly most seasons. So I mean, just gotta hope the defensive line can stack up. Hopefully they're not too small and getting pushed around. Because if they are, it's gonna be a long day for the defense. Um, I mean, if you could just, I guess if you want to let them run on you, as long as you don't let them throw on you, like you take one or the other, but hopefully neither. But I mean, I imagine they're gonna move the ball. They're gonna be able to run the ball somewhat well. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna 159. I hope not, because that's gonna raise some red flags. I don't think that's gonna happen though. I don't see him also throwing for 251 either. I think OU wins this game. I think they win by at least two scores, probably like 10 or 14 points.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The 5.5 spread I think is fair. Maybe we win by a touchdown or two. Um,
Really banking on you guys' defense to fucking
the defense is
be stout.
interesting because like Venables, from what I've seen since he's been at OU, he really likes to play back on defense. He likes to play back until they get to like across the 50.
That game's
Um,
so over. Quarterback just
what's
fumbled it,
the
ran it back for a touchdown, and he's
oh
limping off. North Carolina, that game's over. Turning that shit
damn
off.
damn that's really depressing. I was
Ooh,
really rooting for North Carolina, but yeah, one thing I've noticed about Venables' defense is he really likes to play back. When we're on like their side of the or ours, I guess, yeah, their side of the 50. Then when they cross the 50-yard line into our territory, he gets real up close, and then they really can't move the ball once they get around to the 50-yard line. So I'm expecting like them to like get a couple first downs probably like every drive if they're not starting, beyond that 50-yard line. So I mean, they probably rush for a good 100 at least.
I mean, he could hit the 159. I mean, as long as he's not like, if they're not punching into the end zone, then it really don't matter. Like, you give him all the yards you want. You can run for 99, and you got to stand them up on the one, and they got to kick a field goal, like, or turn it over if they go for it. Yards really don't fucking matter. Um, in the grand scheme of things, like, it looks good on paper, and you're like, damn, that dude was killing it. But they got no scores. Like, shit don't matter. So if they can get tough and down in the red zone, you let them run on you all day, and then stop them, hold them to the field goal, and let the offense go cook. I didn't get to watch Michigan, so I don't know how their defense looks. I imagine their defense is gonna be good. They usually have good defense, so
They have a
I think
very good defensive line. Our running game already wasn't looking great, so it's going to be very hard to run.
might as well just not even run. Fuck it.
It's going to be up to Mateer, I think, to win this game. He's going to have to be poised. He did throw an interception against Illinois State. Just tried to force the ball. I kind of liked it a little bit because like Jackson Arnold last year would just be so scared to take a chance that we never did anything. Like I'm like at least he had the confidence to throw that.
Try,
And then when
yeah.
he came back in the very next drive, I think he scored. So it didn't like ruin his night or anything. Yeah, aside from that, I mean, Mateer
He's also not a
obviously
he's also not a freshman either. He's a
he's
transfer
like a
quarterback.
junior. Yeah, he's like a junior and he's I would say he's going to be in the Heisman conversation. He's got that Baker kind of confidence to him. I think you're going to see him talk some shit on the field against Michigan. He has that style to him where he's going to be up in guys' faces. He's going to be running the ball. taking off running. He's gonna be fighting for yards. Um, I don't know. College game day is gonna be there. It's gonna be an exciting time in Norman. Doesn't normally happen. Maybe once a year, once every other year we get game day. So we'll see. We'll see. Right now, I'm leaning towards an OU win, but
Me too.
there are some holes that I think Michigan can exploit. But that's all I really got to say about OU this week. There's nothing you can really say after you play in Illinois State. It's just
Yeah,
kind of like after this Michigan game, I'll have a lot more to say about OU. But right now,
fair
it's
enough.
still kind of it's a mystery. It's a mystery right now how good
You
we
be
are.
optimistic about it though.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean, as a fan, I feel so much better just watching us like be able to actually get first downs and score. Because even when we played
shitty schools last year. You guys were still like struggling on
yeah,
offense.
like when we played an FCS school, I was looking at it. We only threw for like 200 yards, so it was like all on the ground, and I was like, damn, we like Jackson Arnold sucked last year. He looked
That's
good
bad.
against looked good against Baylor. He didn't throw very good still. He only threw for 100 yards still, so I still think he kind
The
of
dude can't
sucks.
throw. Yeah, he can't throw. They're gonna play a big school and he's gonna get his shit rocked.
Yeah, so that I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I guess we can move on to Florida State and where we're OU we're anticipating. For Florida State, we're more a reflection right now because they
Well,
just
well,
upset.
well. Here we are, boys. Here we are, chat. Well, well, well. How the turntables. Man, we nobody thought he was gonna win this game. I think
Yeah,
mentioned in the last episode, we had like a 9% chance. We was two score underdogs. Uh, we didn't have a fucking snowball chance in hell of winning this game. According to everybody. I personally thought we was gonna win. I picked it in my parlay. I was straight money line. I was like, I knew we were gonna win. I just
I
felt it.
felt
The team
I
feels
felt like you
different.
guys had a shot because I was like you guys had like what the seventh overall transfer portal in
Yeah,
the
it was top
country,
10.
and I was like
Um,
Mike Norvell's done it with a transfer portal, but then you look
last
at
year
two
it
and
was
two and
bad.
10 last year. It's hard to think Florida State could come out with this. Um, you guys started off hot, like on offense especially.
Well, so like that, the first drive that Alabama had the ball, they ran it down our fucking throat
Yeah,
the whole way down the field, and I was like, "What the fuck are we doing?" I was like, "This defense is too small. Like we could get no penetration on the line, and
Ty
they would
Simpson
just
was doing a very good job of like scrambling and
yeah
like just doing these little like
keeping
just
the play
dump
alive."
dump passes.
And I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be a long day." I was like, "Nothing's changed. This defense is they look ass." I was like, maybe this scheme's not really fit to play this type of offense, like a physical running team and a big O line. And they took it down. They scored like super quick. I was like, well, this could be a long day. Then we get the ball and we drive down and score no problem. Um, what a game! This felt like a dream. Felt like a dream after 2-10 season coming out and then beating Alabama in a season opener. First time they've lost a season opener in like 23 years or some shit, or 23 games, whatever you want to call it. Um, yeah, number 18. It was just insane. The whole game was just crazy. Stadium was sold out, crowd was wild. Team played phenomenal. After that first drive, the defense really locked in, shut the running game
Yeah,
down. They could not run on us at all after that. We were getting cooked single-handedly by Bernard. Like all their yards were from this man.
yeah. No, he was
Uh,
nice, and he's been good.
the
The
dude was
past couple of
he was
years.
just always open. I get we was given, um, fuck, what's his name? The
Ryan
receiver.
Williams.
Yeah, we was giving Ryan Williams all the love and coverage, and this dude was just always open. Ty Simpson did a good job finding him. I will say Ty Simpson, he's a magician back there in the backfield. We could not get him down. I thought we had him sacked multiple times on multiple drives. He was just somehow, but it makes a bad throw on the run, so didn't really work out for him. But yeah, I think he could be good. Um, yeah, whole new defensive scheme. They played phenomenal after that first drive. They really locked in. D line played really
Yeah,
good. Earl Little, that motherfucker is a monster. The safety, number 0. That dude was
yeah,
out
yeah,
there, he's
yeah.
just hitting everything that moved. He's a
No, there was like
demon.
that first drive. I was a little concerned myself with the defense. I was like, I don't
Mm,
know. It wasn't you guys weren't giving up any big plays. It was just like they were getting 5, 10 yard
5 yards
little
every time.
gains, just like little gains, and they just drove it up the field. And then you guys came back and scored that next drive. And then I want to say you guys went up like what, like 10-7 or something at one point. Then it was like 17-7. And then when I
Dude, we
went
went
into
up
the OU
seven. We went
game,
up 24-7 right after half.
yeah, that's when I went into the OU game was 24-7. And what was really crazy was they like on the big screen, they cut to that game when Gavin Sawchuk ran that last touchdown,
Oh, that's
and
cool.
our crowd went fucking crazy. Like
Oh, that's so
was
cool.
it was pretty insane. I think it was just a combination of like
Him being you guys' dude from
I-
last year and
our last year, then you
Alabama
guys are you
losing.
guys are you guys are beating Bama, so everybody's just like fuck yeah, like crowd went nuts, and that's like how I saw that last touchdown, and I was like,
That was a
wow, they're
big,
really gonna win.
that was a big strong run. Actually, that wasn't him. That was Keziah Holmes.
Oh, it
Sawchuk
was
was
that
out
very
there.
very that one for 31 that really sealed the
Yeah,
deal.
that was a big
Um,
run. He powered that one in there.
I think
Um,
he's going to be a good running back for you guys. I hope he gets some more opportunities.
I think he's a starter because Roydale Williams, our other running back that we got from Alabama, he got hurt, so he's kind of out indefinitely. I don't know when he's gonna be back, but I don't think he's gonna be out like the season, but he'll probably gonna miss a couple games. So Sawchuk should be probably the number one. I imagine Chroma is number two. That dude is a fucking unit. Like he's big and elusive, fast. All the carries I've seen from him, I was pretty impressed. The O line, I was super surprised. Complete night and day difference from the offensive line. I mean, it was a complete rebuild, like complete rebuild. New offensive line coach. I think they're all transfers, pretty sure. Um, I was super happy. Castellanos had time to throw the majority of the time. I know that they were getting after him a little bit, but it is Alabama. They got talent. They got players on the
Yeah, and I,
team.
I
So
will
it's
say
not
I think the
not to
difference
be.
is DJ was just like a statue last year, so now you got a guy that could kind of work with
Yeah,
when the pocket breaks down, he could make something out of it. Where
he
last
sure
year,
did.
DJ was just like
The dude had
just
cinder
sitting
blocks for
there.
feet. Cinder blocks for feet. That dude was ass. I mean, granted, the O line was so bad last year. It
Yeah,
wasn't
and I mean
entirely
Brock
on him.
Brock Glenn was pretty quick on his feet last year, but he didn't have
He's
like the
he still
same
couldn't do shit.
he didn't have the same poise that Castellanos has. And granted, you guys have a better line this year, so it's not like
Yeah.
it
Um.
probably just says more about like how good this line is and how or
This
how
and
how
then
incrementally improved they are. And then Castellanos is just mobile.
and the offensive play calling was fantastic. I was like
Yeah, I mean you
Malzahn
got
that he called
Malzahn.
like a perfect game. I was like, this is incredible. Like it was like watching fucking magic.
Well,
It's
and
crazy.
he's a national championship like coach. I mean, he's
Yeah.
been to a national. No, he didn't win it, but against you guys, ironically
He took
enough.
like a quarterback switching over to wide receiver or a quarterback to the national championship. Like if you could do that, I think this team is probably better than that Auburn team, well, at least from game one. Um, I mean, if you could do that, I don't see why you can't do it with this team. And I think our defense is pretty good enough. We'll see going
Yeah, I
forward,
feel
but
like you guys like are the defense is like it's like above average maybe. To where they do. I think they could do enough to get you guys those couple of stops in the shootout that you need.
yeah, 'cause I think the
Um,
offense is going to score quite frequently against most teams. Um, yeah, there's like almost no negatives that we. I will say in the third quarter we did kind of take our foot off the gas a little bit. And that's when I did kind of
because it was
sink
like
back
24
into
to
it.
17 or something at
It
one
was
point. Yeah.
24-7. The game's over at that point. Like though they had no momentum. It was over. And then they scored twice to make it a one-score game. And I was like, what are we doing? Like we do this all the fucking time. Just take our foot off the gas. And I'm like, we're going three and out, doing dumb shit. And then we muffed the punt. They got it in the like on our side of the field. So I think that was maybe when they scored this touchdown. It was one of these two scores when we muffed the punt. I can't remember exactly what it was. It wasn't this one because it went 63. Maybe it was this. I don't know, but yeah, I was like, "Fuck, dude, they're back in the game. Here we go. We're gonna fuck around and find a way to lose this game." And then you would kind of turn it back on. So I would like to see going forward. I don't know if, at that point we felt comfortable. We didn't want to open up the playbook too much more, like what I was talking about with, OU. Um, I don't know if that's the case. I think we just got to look conservative, try to run the clock, couldn't get it, and we're stalling out. So I want us to stay aggressive. It should be a blowout. Probably should have been in the 40s for scores. And we should have gave up no more points. But a muff punt does happen. Unfortunately, that was just a bad decision from Lucas. I think he was like an All-American punt returner at Indiana. So that was like just a bad decision on his part, just letting it bounce and then it hit him in the shin. I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck are you doing, dude? Come on,
Yeah,
just catch
hopefully
it.
it's just like a learning experience for him.
Yeah.
What I'm curious about now is, you guys have beat a pretty good team. Like in theory, you would think the ACC, for the most part, you guys should be able to handle most of the competition, other than,
Yeah.
Miami and Clemson are your two real big ones,
In
and
Florida.
Florida at the end, depending on how they come out. You got a break for the next 2 weeks, which
Yeah.
or you should have a break for the next 2 weeks.
Should be the next 3 weeks. I don't think Virginia's gonna be any good. They normally never are. So in theory, we should be going 4-0 into Miami at home, which is a good equalizer. I think that could be a good game. We'll kind of see in the coming weeks how good Miami's defense is looking, which is kind of what we're looking at for Miami. We think their defense is supposed to be good. Nick and I we were talking about it earlier. So if their defense turns out to be actually good this year, that game could be really good. I think it should be a close game. I don't see why we can't win it though. I mean, coming into the season, I was like, we probably lose to fucking Bama, Miami, Clemson, Florida, and maybe one other team. So, like 8-5 or whatever was kind of like what I was thinking. But
Yeah,
now, after this, if we can play like that every game, I don't see why we can't beat any of these teams. Miami didn't really like blow Notre Dame's doors off, so they're beatable. Pitt did hang like 60 points on Duquesne, but I mean that's fucking
yeah.
Duquesne. But Pitt's always a good team. Stanford's ass, but we do got to go all the way to the West Coast for a fucking Pac-12 at night game. So, but I don't think we should have any problems. Shouldn't. Um, Week 4 should be a W. So if we beat Miami, we could go into Clemson undefeated on the road. Clemson will look beatable. LSU just handled them. So if our defense is as good as I'm hoping, maybe not as good as LSU's, but hopefully good enough to stop Cade Klubnik. Their defense don't look as good as I was thinking. I think we can score on them. Could potentially win that game. Virginia Tech's a trap team. They look good this
I,
past weekend.
NC State's kind of a trap team. I don't know how they are
Fucking
this year, but
always.
typically they're a trap team.
And that's right
Um,
before Florida on the road. We could get caught looking ahead. I would not be surprised if we just fucking lost that game, being undefeated.
yeah,
It's like
but
the
I mean
Super
the
Bowl.
the beauty of the 12-team playoff now is that all you guys have to do is make it to the ACC championship. That's all you
Yeah,
have to do. Get it to there, and then hopefully you win it.
win that. Yeah.
Hopefully, if you only have one loss, you could probably get away with losing it and still get in.
Yeah, and if we
Um,
lose to Florida too, like that doesn't really matter. So if we go into Florida undefeated and lose, that shit don't matter at all. Um, Not at all. So yeah, we could afford to drop an ACC game and still make it to the championship game, and then
like
still
worst
lose
case
to
scenario,
Florida.
you guys could probably lose 3 games and still go to the ACC championship, and if you win, you're in.
Yeah,
I
depending on who
think,
we lose to, like we would need Miami or Clemson to lose a conference game or two, which
yeah,
I
and
don't
I
think is
mean,
likely.
I don't know who's Miami have like between now and when they play you guys. I am kind of curious about who they have in the meantime. South Florida, that's that one game where we were
No conference games.
um they're playing Florida week week
Yeah,
4.
week before.
That's a kind of a rough little stretch they got there, because South Florida's not like, I don't think they're like necessarily a pushover.
No,
They're
I
gonna
don't think
give them a
so.
little. They're gonna give them a little bit, enough to challenge them, and then they at least they're at home against Florida.
Shit, maybe Florida can tire them out, and they're not 100% by the time they hit us. I mean, Shit, I'll take any win I can get. I don't give a fuck. No, I want to beat them at their best. Nah, fuck that. I just want to win. I don't
Yeah,
give a
that's what
shit.
I'm saying. I mean, right now you guys are looking like a top three ACC team. Like that's kind
Yeah,
of like your floor. I feel like right now is like the third best ACC
that's
team.
kind of how I'm feeling. And ceiling undefeated. After that performance last week, I'm not like uncomfortable saying that after seeing that. It was a dominant win, completely dominant. So I'm super optimistic. I know I said that going into last year, but this is a completely different team
Well,
across the
last
board.
last year, like after the first game,
Yeah,
y'all
we knew
were
it was a wash.
well. Actually, after week one, you know you all played week zero. So after week one, y'all were 0-2.
It
So
was
it
done
was
for.
like done for. This is you beat Bama first game, and I'm curious to see like how does Bama respond? Like does Bama like play decent going forward? Because that would
Yeah,
say a lot. Like if Bama just like snaps out of it and starts playing
is a
good,
good
that that
team.
that, that turns into like an amazing win. If Bama could wait, because
Yeah,
Bama has week four they play Georgia. That's kind of their chance to redeem themselves, or that's their chance to where their things are really gonna fall apart if they
yeah,
like get blown out. They have, at least have to keep it close. Because
at
honestly,
least.
like looking at this score, it's like yeah they had it up to 24-17, but like 31-17 is not really like a great like score if you're Bama and you guys
No,
like that's a convincing win, I would say, for you guys,
I would say. I
31 to
mean, and if you watch
17.
the game, it was
'Cause It
dominant.
was
Like
24-7 when I went into the OU game and I was like, "Oh, this is over."
it
Like
was. It was over.
there's no way.
Like I said, we let our foot off the gas. That's on us. You can't really be doing that against some of these teams because they're gonna squeak back. They're gonna come back, and then you're gonna make a mistake because they're coming back. You got the pressure on, and then the game's tied. And you're like, well, we were up by 17 points, and now the game's tied, and we got a quarter left or half of a fourth quarter, and like now we got to go get points. We ain't scored in a quarter and a half. Some
Yeah.
stupid shit like
And
that. So
maybe I like I said, maybe Norvell struck gold again. That's like, like
Portal King,
maybe he just had a bad group of guys last year.
I,
And
I I think it was just bad across the board. Like, so it fucking it still all comes down to the offensive line for me. Uh, our offensive line's been bad for years. Jordan Travis really just kind of hit a lot of those flaws because he was so good. He was able to make quick throws and elusive and escape the pocket. We didn't have that coming into the last year, and it obviously showed. And the play calling's been bad for years too. So we switched out of that. So that's not a problem anymore with Malzahn. It looks completely different. It looks way better. And the defense looks completely better too. So it's also a new scheme. So it's like, is this just a one game we look good, and then next time we play a good team, are they going to be able to exploit it? Because I mean, a 3-3-5 is like it's such a weird scheme. You have five players in the secondary, so it's like if they can run the ball really well on you, like they're gonna. Um, and if our linebackers aren't as good as we think they are, or our D line's not as good as we think they are, we're gonna get pushed around. Um, but if they turn out to be really good, then I think we got a good shot at beating just about anybody. And then seeing all the other big schools too kind of struggle week one, with new quarterbacks, close games, solid defenses, but can't really move the ball as much on offense. I mean, I like our chances against a lot of these teams. Um, and then yeah, some of these teams haven't played anybody super good. Florida, they ain't played nobody yet. NC State, no. Clemson just lost. Virginia Tech lost, but they played South Carolina well. And
Miami's kind of the only team on that list that's like proven themselves a little bit.
yeah, exactly.
Um, and I mean, it's not going to be easy.
No.
You guys are at home again, which is a great benefit. Because Carson Beck, he's played in some big games. He's played in playoff games. Actually,
Yep.
I don't think he has played in a playoff game.
Yeah,
Um,
he's got a championship, I'm pretty sure.
nah, because that was a Stetson. And then
Was it?
the next year was when they played you guys in the Orange Bowl. That was his year, that first year he started. Um, yeah, because they played
Yeah,
you guys in the Orange
I think
Bowl,
you're right.
and then that last year they played. I think he got hurt in the SEC championship. So he didn't.
Yeah.
He's never played a playoff game. That's interesting.
It was
Um,
also a rivalry game too. This is like one of the biggest rivalries in college football too. Like we fucking hate each other, so it's like he
yeah,
might even tune into that and like might be like, what the fuck's going on? You know, like it could
yeah,
throw
he doesn't have that
the
that
hunger.
hatred in his heart yet.
Yeah,
And well, this is his last year, so he may never have that. I
and
hate Miami now. Like I can't stand Miami. I'm just
yeah.
like fuck Miami.
But I feel like both our quarterbacks, you know, we got the teams, but like, but back in Miami and Castellanos and our team, like I feel like they have their teams bought into like, you know, what they're selling. So
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be an intense game. The rivalry is gonna be there, whether or not Carson Beck fucking wants to be in it or not. It's gonna be there. Um, yeah, game day is probably gonna be there. So by that
yeah.
point we sh
It's
by that
trending. It's
point we
trending towards
should be
that.
pushing 10. They'll probably be up in close to 5 after this win. If I had to guess, maybe even in top 5. Who
Honestly,
knows?
I think you guys are gonna like. I think you're gonna be surprised when the Bulls come out tomorrow because I think Florida State's gonna be at least 12 and maybe even like higher, maybe even like
I
8 or 7.
I don't want to be that high. I really don't.
Because I
I
like I wouldn't be surprised like going into Miami, like say both of y'all are undefeated. I wouldn't be surprised if that's like a 3 versus 5 game or something like that.
yeah, we'll definitely both be in the top 10 by that point if we don't lose, either of us. But this first ranking, I don't want us to be that high. Like I really don't. I want us to like still have that hunger to like get up there, you know? Like I don't want to be like, oh, okay, we're up here. We just gotta maintain what we got. Like stay hungry. You know? Oh, they disrespected us. They put us at fucking 18. Like, oh, fuck us, right? You know? Um, but, you know, we gotta keep showing out. So
Well, and
I just
that's kind of the curse of beating Alabama. You know, Alabama's always so like
see they might hook us
overrated
up.
and like a media darling that they're like,
Yep.
oh, they beat Alabama. They're the best team. Only the best team in the world could beat Alabama. So
Yeah.
you
I
guys
did see
number
like a
one.
ranking that had us like 5. And I was like, I don't know if that's maybe like in the season what they might think we finish at, or like I was like,
No, I think
that's
that's a strong.
crazy
I
though.
think it's a strong possibility for tomorrow. Like, I would not be the least bit surprised if you guys were at least like.
I think maybe top 10, like, but
I
I
think
don't think
12 to
five's
8's were
insane.
my prediction, but if you guys
But
were 5, like I've seen that thrown around a few places.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad, obviously, like, but I mean, I don't really want that. That's just me personally. The team could fucking feel differently. They could be like, oh fuck yeah, we earned this.
No,
Let's get to one.
I love being highly ranked, and it doesn't really happen for you as much. We're kind of like not quite in the same boat as you guys, but they never put us at number 1. We're always like when we're really good, they only put us at like 4.
It
They
don't
never
fucking
put us
happen to
above
us
4.
very often either. Like I said, the ESPN hates us. We be getting disrespected by the motherfuckers all the time. Um,
Last time we were number 1 was probably
Probably the year
Sam
you guys,
Bradford days.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe
Like
maybe one of the Baker years, but I
it's
don't
crazy.
remember
Like you
that.
guys haven't won a championship in like fucking ages. Like it doesn't feel like it's been that long, but like I guess it really has. But like,
It's been a very long time. Luckily, we've been to championships and we've been to a lot of playoffs, so like we're kind of still relevant, but
yeah,
we
helps
just
for recruiting.
we're almost like in reality, like I think our fan base thinks of us as like an
Still a
Ohio
top,
State, yeah, like
a
Ohio
top
State,
school.
Bama, but in my opinion, we're more like a Penn State right now. Because I don't know. I don't remember last time Penn State's won a championship though. Probably 80s. So we're not as bad as Penn State in terms of like actually converting
Yeah,
that shit.
I mean, I would say Penn
Obviously, the last like
State's.
5 years not been great.
Yeah, I would say like recently, like last 10 years, Penn State's probably had more success. But like, yeah, I wouldn't. That's not too far of a stretch to like put you guys right there that tier.
Yeah, I mean, I would say like since Jalen Hurts left, that was like the last year we were really contending.
Yeah,
Um, Caleb Williams, that year we were like right there. Same year with like Dylan Gabriel's second year, we're like right there. Had we won like one more
yeah.
game, we are probably in the playoffs. Uh, I don't know. I mean, you guys are weird because you guys will like go undefeated and then you guys will like have a
Win
really,
2 games.
really, really bad year. Because I mean, you guys had like the championship, playoffs, terrible like 4 or 5 year stretch,
I
kind of
mean,
like
it kind of like. I'm really what the fuck's his nuts that went to A&M
Jimbo.
Jimbo. I want to say Dabo, but he really fucked us on his way out the door, not gonna lie. Fucked us bad. Like didn't do anything to build the team. Yeah, he knew he was leaving, so he didn't try. So left us with fuck all. And then, 2017, I think, is when we had Francois. He goes down against Alabama, gets hurt. Season's a wash. Like that was our dude. That was our next Jameis Winston. Like that was supposed to be our guy, and he was supposed to be really good. I think he had a season-ending injury, and then never. I don't even know if he came back. I can't remember. He might have, but it wasn't good. And then we had fucking dog shit. We had Willie Taggart. Like we had shit coaches and just nothing. No culture, no identity, no nothing. Yeah, so it took us a while. Um, we've had fucking what Norvell for 5 years now.
Yeah, I think it's been 5 years. Because like the first year, I don't think it was very good, and
Nah, that's
then that
first two were a
second
little
year,
rough.
that second year, I think you guys only lost like maybe three, and then you had the undefeated season, and then last year, and then
This year, so
this
it's
year.
probably I think this year five. Um, I don't know. It's still too early to tell. I like the outlook going forward. Very optimistic. I'm excited.
Yeah. Yeah,
Excited.
yeah, you guys are in a good I don't know, like our shit's like different because like I like the culture at OU, and like I'm just hoping last year was just like because of injuries. Um if this year's bad, I don't want to fire Venables because like I feel like that just sets us back even further because we got to find somebody else. They got to start
Yo,
over.
you
And I
feel
don't
like
know
on our
who.
fucking little journey that we've been on the last 10 years.
Like I don't even know who to get at that point. Like they're gonna call Josh Heupel. I don't think he's that good, really. Like I don't think he's what OU fans think he's gonna be for us. Um, so I would rather start fresh and just call whoever. I don't know who's out there right
Up
now.
and comer somewhere.
Just yeah, like just somebody who's just starting and just not maybe not just starting, but somebody who's like
Like
doing
proving that they're good.
good. Prove it.
I
Maybe
mean,
Coach Signetti if he has like a decent year this year or something.
yeah. I mean, that's like we got
Um,
Norvell from fucking Memphis. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They like guys come from nowhere.
well,
Um,
he's like a different kind of coach. He's like a culture builder. It's like investing in the players and like that type of thing. Like, there's different types of coaches. Like, that's what he is. He obviously ain't fucking able to call the plays. So glad we got that figured out. Like I said, but like
yeah.
if you can get something that's gonna fit well with like the team. It's weird. It's like every team's different, It can like the vibe of the team, the culture of the team. I know like I throw that word around a lot,
Well, I mean,
but
it's
it's
weird
such a
because
fucking huge thing, and it matters. Like it really does. Like the identity of your team
some
and your
programs
program.
have cultures. Like some programs, like without the coach, they have a culture. Like I feel like OU is
Yeah.
one of those. I feel like Ohio State's
Mm.
one of those
Yep.
where just doesn't matter who the coach is. There is like
They have an identity.
there is a strong
Penn
identity.
State.
Penn State, Oregon, like they kind of got an identity.
Yep.
It's changed a little bit with Dan Lanning with him being a little bit more defensive, but I feel like still Oregon. Um, yeah, I didn't realize when I was looking at like researching on DeBoer that Norvell was I guess he was like second in the running for the Bama job that year.
Yeah,
That
they called
like
him. They like
they wanted him, I guess,
yeah,
but
he
they
turned
also
it
they thought that DeBoer was a little bit better, I guess.
according to Norvell, he turned it down. So I don't know if that means that, maybe he was like the first call and he just turned it down and the board I don't know how it all worked out, but
He
I
might
don't
have
know.
just he might have just sat on it too long and just was like, yeah, let me think about it. And they're like, oh, we don't have time for that.
Yeah, probably. I think he made the right decision. Looking at Alabama, I think he might have made the right decision because they're
Well, I
trending
mean,
the opposite
you guys have
direction.
this. I will say, your guys' or your guys' fan base is about as bad as ours. Like, I didn't realize that till last year.
Our fan
Um,
base is toxic, man. They're
but I will
bad.
say nobody has a worse fan base than Alabama. If you look at them, they might actually kill DeBoer by the end of the season.
That's
Like
what
they are
happens when you
psychotic.
have success for so long. and then you don't, and then like you're not having it anymore. Like it happens. Like it's bound to happen. Like you get so accustomed to what you have and winning, and it's like if you were rich for fucking half your life, and then now you're poor, you're like, well, fuck, I've been so used to being rich for so long, I don't know how to live. Like they don't know how to live with not winning. It makes sense. It's a I don't want to say acceptable like the way that they act, but like it makes sense and it's gonna happen. Like it's like Georgia whenever they fall, like they're never like you're eventually gonna inevitably fall off. Like you can't win for the fucking eternity of college football every other year, like a championship every 5 years. It's just not sustainable. Especially with now NIL becoming a thing. Like there might be a new NIL dynasty, like that's probably gonna come up where you might win a championship every couple years for a decade, maybe. I, I don't see why not. It's possible, but that you're inevitably going to fall off. That coach is going to retire, or you know, you might have a bad batch of recruits for a couple
Yeah,
years, like or bad,
scandal happens at your school or
yeah, bad
something
transfer portal
happens.
picks. You missed on two or three quarterbacks in a row, and now you're fucking like, well, I'm about to get fired because I made bad decisions on these three quarterbacks that maybe one got hurt, and then these other two sucked or whatever. Like, it's gonna happen. Um, I think you just gotta be realistic as a fan, you know, like look at most programs. You might win a championship every 20 years, and that's okay. Like it's better than having
Honestly, if
fucking
I see
zero.
I see one more during my lifetime,
Oh,
I
yeah,
will be I'll probably be okay with that, honestly.
yeah. I mean,
Maybe two more. Maybe two more.
yeah. I
Obviously, you
mean,
want as many as possible. You want to win
right.
every year, but
And
like if I could get one every 10 to 15 years, that'd be fine.
that's perfectly fine. And but it's most teams aren't gonna break into that. Like most teams will probably never win a championship, and that's just the fucking way it is. Like you got a good like pool of probably 20 teams, and it's just gonna fucking rotate in between that 20 in some capacity. Like you might occasionally have some random team break in. You know, it's football. Any given fucking Sunday, whatever they say. You know, look at Indiana last year or TCU
Yeah.
that year, or Cincinnati, like, especially with the playoffs. You know, you could squeak in there,
Washington that one year. You
put
got
together a couple fucking Cinderella wins, and then you're at the championship game, and then fucking anything can happen.
yeah. I
Um,
mean, we're lucky enough that like our schools are within that like top 20, 25
yeah,
that are in within the mix. They got a lot of money. Like I think you guys
yeah,
are like maybe like 19, 20 in money. I think we're somewhere around that area too, like between 10 and 15 in amount of money we have. So I don't
yeah.
know. It would kind of suck to be a fan outside of that, just knowing like
Probably
the
never gonna
chances
get
are
there,
pretty slim. The chances are very slim.
but that's what makes college football great. You know, you got fans for teams that you might not have ever went to school to, like Florida State. I've never went. I didn't go to that school, but it's like a family thing. You know, I was raised a Florida State fan by like proxy to somebody
Yeah.
that's you um
I was watching Theo Vaughn. He was talking to Lane Kiffin about that. He was like, "You got people who are fans of these schools. They never gone. Like, their dad
it's
didn't even go. They're like, he's like their dad knew a guy that went
exactly
or
it.
something like that."
It's just so crazy how you become a fan of a school and then that fucking takes over your life, and then now that team runs your life, and when they don't win, you're like, why the fuck do I watch this team? And then you come back
Yeah.
next year, and then it's
Oklahoma's weird because we don't have an NFL team, so it's
yeah,
just like it's,
OU or
OU's
OSU.
the closest you really got to an NFL team.
Yeah, unless you go to like Tulsa or I guess that's the next biggest school other than OU and OSU.
Yeah, I mean
And
I'm a
that's it. It's
Northwestern
those.
Ranger. That's like a D3 school, but I never went to a
You're not
game.
watching that shit. It's not even on TV.
What's crazy is our defensive coordinator there was like he used to be the Falcons head coach,
That's crazy.
like in the 90s, but I
That's
still
crazy.
never went.
That is crazy. So yeah, college football is a weird thing, man. It's I think fans just need to be realistic with their expectations, you know. I mean, yeah, you can be optimistic like if you were an Alabama fan, like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, the dynasty's still there. The players are still there, Saban's players are still there, some of them. So it's not like completely transitioned. Could be just a culture thing.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're a smaller school too, like I do feel like you still do have like the opportunity to like really invest in your conference championships.
Yeah,
Like
That's
those are huge. Like that's like winning a national championship if you're like one of those smaller schools.
yep, absolutely. That's all they got. Maybe a bowl game against a decently big school, and you're like, fuck, let's go beat this team.
Yeah, yeah, and then that's a win for a lot of teams, and I think that's fine.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that's
like
cool.
you just gotta, I think you gotta adjust what your big goal is depending on the size of your school. Um, Unfortunately, when you're as big as like us, like anything less than a national championship is like not good for
Or
us.
at
Like
least
you're,
competing for it. Maybe not winning it. Like, okay, like obviously you're not gonna win it all the time, but like at least having a fucking chance to like,
yeah.
especially not the playoffs, at least ch a chance to make the playoffs. Like, it's like if
For
you
me,
ain't,
I'm satisfied being like if we're like a game short of the playoffs, I'm kind of okay with that.
yeah, if I'm not always competing for the ACC championship, and if we miss there, at least not making it to the playoffs, like the season's a loss. Like it's a failure. Like we didn't win the ACC and we didn't make the playoffs. Like that's it. Season's a loss.
Yeah,
Um,
it's depressing.
did we get
I just want
close? Cool. Okay. Yeah, I can live with that. We lost in the ACC championship. We was 14th team and we didn't make it because we lost 3 games or
yeah, like
whatever. Like, okay, yeah,
first two out or something. Yeah.
that's fucking on us. We didn't do what we needed to do, obviously, but as long as we're fucking close, it's like you can at least hang our hat on that. But
Well,
ultimately, it's still a failure.
yeah. I want football to matter in like November because like when your team's not in it towards the end of the season is not that fun anymore because you're
Unless
like,
you can
damn,
find a team to
my
root for.
team's like, yeah. I mean, like last year, we had like Boise State and like we had some teams to root for, but like
Yeah.
you're like deep down, you're just like, my team's not even anywhere near this. Like, and that's when like that's why I say I like the beginning of the season better because like everybody has hope when the season
Yep.
starts, and then like at the end of the season, if your team's still in it, the end of the season is great. It's stressful, but it is like
Oh, it's so
it's
bad.
great.
But yeah, winning it all is what makes it so great, And if your team can do that, that feeling is there's not a lot of things that beat it. Like last time Florida State won the championship, like my dad and I, like we cried. Like we was watching the game, like we cried. It's
I've cried for every single time my team has won a championship, which this past summer, Thunder, I cried at the end of that. And then well, the only one I didn't cry for was the like that defensive battle with the Rams, like Patriots Rams. Um
the game was terrible.
I think that game was just kind of boring, so like it wasn't as emotional. But like the Falcons comeback, I cried. Malcolm Butler, I cried. It's like it's an emotional thing because you wait
It really is.
years and years for this like situation, and then it's like it feels like it's never gonna happen. Especially
Yeah,
like when you have some down years, like for the Thunder, we were like
bad.
a couple years ago, we were really bad, and for like Florida State, like if you guys were winning the championship this year after going 2-10 last year,
That'd
like
be
that's
insane.
insane.
Yeah.
Like you would never see, like you would have never thought that you
No,
guys. I honestly like you guys beating Bama is fucking insane. Like first
that's what
week.
I'm saying. Like that's what I said. Like that shit felt like a dream. I was like, is this fucking real? Like what is happening? I mean, obviously, I had like I felt like we could win, but that's completely different than like I know 100% this team's gonna win. It's completely different. Like you have a feeling, you're like, damn, I think we got a shot. It's so weird to explain. Yeah, it's so weird. If your team like, a team you're so invested in, you watch them grind all year. Maybe they stumble along the way, and then they ultimately get there, and then they're able to get it done. It's crazy. It's fucking insane.
It's like well, and losing is like really like it's
You're
like
like, oh fuck.
watching sports probably like in reality is probably not good for your mental health. Like
It's not good for your
I'm
health
just
in
I love
general.
it.
It should probably
I
takes
love it
years off
though.
your life, like emotionally, like your soul. It drains your fucking soul. Uh,
It literally ruins your week. Like when like OU loses a game, like I'm just like, and then you like the next week you're not even excited for it because you're like we just fucking
you're
lost.
just
Like we're
pissed, so mad.
and like then it doesn't help that you get on the internet and everybody's talking shit on your team, and then other people are
That's the worst
giving
part.
you shit like
You're like, man, fuck them. They don't even know. Like, they don't know what we can do. They don't know what we're capable of. Like, but it was like it's like the complete opposite this week. Like on social media, everybody's just dragging Alabama and the memes. It's just like I don't know. Like, I don't want to celebrate too early, but it's like, fuck yeah, fuck you,
and
Alabama.
and that's the thing like I'm I'm not the bigger person. Like when I when I have the chance, I'm like
No.
fuck you guys. Like if I
Yeah,
was
I got
down,
a
y'all would be talking shit. Like
I got a coworker that's an Alabama fan. Best believe tomorrow, as soon as I see him, it's fucking on site. What's up, motherfucker? I mean, he wasn't like shit talking or anything, but best believe I'm gonna chirp him a little bit. Um, it's just, and then like, especially before the game too, everybody was like sharing all the memes of us just getting dragged, and nobody had any fucking faith in us. It's
well, I
just,
thought I did like right before the game. I saw like I forgot about that guy who said he was going to eat shit last year, and I was like, damn, they might actually lose because that still hasn't happened. Like, is the
yeah.
curse gonna continue?
Are we really? It fucking felt like we were cursed. I was like, nothing could go our way last year. It felt like it. It was one of those like, who the fuck did we piss off? Um, yeah. So we might be back. I
Football's
think we are.
back.
I think we're back. I think Florida State's back.
I would say as far as like first weeks go, like the games weren't all crazy entertaining, but the outcomes were really interesting. And this feels like one of those years where it's not going to be the same old teams
No,
we're
I don't
used
think
to.
so. I think this is gonna be like a really good year for college football. Like a big year. I think there's gonna be some shake up. I mean, you still might have Georgia up there. Um, Penn State and Ohio State both probably still made the playoffs, or one of them subtracted for Michigan if Michigan turns out to be good. But the Big 12's wide open. Who fucking knows who's gonna make it out of there? Like, Texas Tech's like a dark horse that we're both kind of big on. Maybe they sneak in there. That'd be cool.
Yeah, Utah
Who know?
after this weekend, I'm kind of big on Utah. I didn't realize they were that good.
Yeah, who knows? Who's gonna take the Boise State slot from last year?
Tulane right now is the favorite, but we'll see if that
Yeah, it's
stays the whole
a
season.
there could be a fucking four loss group of five team in there, and you're like, this team's gonna get dog walked, and yeah, who knows? Um,
ACC, it's top heavy, but Florida State, Miami, Clemson. If
Miami's
that's
never
if
made the
that's a
playoffs, so that
three
would be
team
good.
race, that'd be interesting.
SEC is fucking a mess. Who knows? That's a
Bro,
fucking.
I hate being in the SEC because
It's so deep. It's terrible. There's
I
so
can't
many.
see any team like winning more than 9 games in the SEC this year. Like it's that like stacked this year.
If somebody comes out the SEC undefeated, like they might win it all. They might be the team. Like,
LSU right now is that only like that they're the only team that I feel like has that potential right now.
yeah, I agree. LSU is gonna be dangerous, especially if you catch them at home.
We
Like
play them
that.
last game of the season, but it's at Norman.
Y'all lucked out.
Um, well, last year was Death Valley, and they destroyed us. So hopefully, hopefully it doesn't matter. Hopefully we're so good, like it doesn't matter if we lose that game.
Yeah.
We're still getting in. Doubt it, but maybe.
Shit, maybe that's a game that gets y'all in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to it. But yeah, I think we're kind of at the end of team talk.
Yeah.
Florida State, OU. Florida State's coming off a big game. They got a
Optimism.
small game
Word of the week.
this week. We're going into college game days, so big game this week. Let us know what y'all think. Hopefully y'all stick around. I saw a Florida State fan in the comments last week, so
Oh, was
hell
it?
yeah.
I didn't
We never almost never get comments. It
like
was
I'll
just
pop
somebody
in
that
there
was
and
like
reply.
go Knowles.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
I was like, hell yeah, somebody watched us. They might have already been an established
Viewer. Yeah, maybe.
subscriber because I didn't really see our count go up. So I think they were like somebody that already watches us, but still appreciate the comment. Keep
Yeah.
leaving them. We don't say roll tide at the end of this one, so catch y'all next
We'll still
week.
go horns down though.
Yeah, horns down.
I think I started it as like a piece and it just kind of developed into the fucking I don't even know why. I don't even hate Texas like that. I just do it because it's
Oh, I
funny.
I do. I love horns
Like I
down.
just do it for you.